gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first, standing 6 feet 8 inches tall. He weighs 350 pounds. He is the monster, Bess!
Well, the monster has found himself in a situation. Scheduled to face the boss, Bobby Lashley. We saw what went down earlier involving Abyss with the beatdown of Lashley. Knocked him out in Eric Bischoff's office. Hulk Hogan says that's all right. You're going to have a match anyway, Abyss. You have no idea who his opponent's going to be.
No, I am really excited to see who pops out here and gets the opportunity to face the monster Abyss.
Time to answer that question. Let's see who it is that faces Abyss tonight at Genesis.
Looks like I done crossed the line. You know, folks, I've read your Twitters, your Facebooks, your emails. I know you people missed me. And quite frankly, I missed myself. And this next little part is something for the history books, something for VHS, for DVD, for Blu-ray, for freaking YouTube. There's only one way to do this, and it goes a little something like this. Weighing in tonight at an absolutely freaking astonishing 235 1/4 pounds. He hails from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Mr. Anderson. Wait for it. Wait for it. Anderson.
That's pretty cool.
That's how you make a TNA debut, isn't it?
You're damn right. Mr. Anderson is in TNA. Thank you, Hulk Hogan. Wow. How cool is this, man?
They've done it again. Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff. We mentioned earlier the list of acquisitions in TNA. It's been just jaw-dropping.
Hey,
They did it again.
the stars go where Hulk Hogan goes. His proof is in the pudding. But that's the cool news and the great news that Mr. Anderson is here now. The bad news is Mr. Anderson, he's got to face Abyss.
An Abyss that was told earlier by Hulk Hogan that he had a chance to go out and prove himself in spite of what he did to Bobby Lashley. Whoa. Little wake-up call for Mr. Anderson gets answered by the monster.
And that's kind of like a welcome to TNA type deal right there. Mr. Anderson, very, very, crafty guy. And you got to be careful with him, man. He's quick. He'll try and outwit you in there. And that, as we know, Abyss is just more or less straight at you and tries to tear your head off.
6'8", 350, deal with it, Mr. Anderson. Oh! Wow, went for that back body drop. Came back to really hurt Abyss, but he's able to use that 350, that 100-plus pound weight advantage on Mr. Anderson and power him down.
Well, we heard Hulk Hogan say earlier directly to the face of Abyss, I want to see you take that crazy hardcore style, ball it up and put it in the locker room. Go out there and be the wrestler you can be. Show me what you got.
The referee tries to get in the way, gets shoved right out of the way by Abyss, and that enables Mr. Anderson to come right back with offense.
Well, I'm very familiar with Mr. Anderson. He can straight up go, and right there he went it right. A drill with a chop right to the chest by the monster Abyss.
Now you recall on Impact this past Thursday, Hulk Hogan talking about this individual who would debut, who would be a part of Genesis, and he called Mr. Anderson's potential just unlimited.
I agree. I agree completely with Hulk Hogan. How could you not? I'm very familiar with Mr. Anderson, and I've seen him, seen him go, and he just, he has a certain style about him. He's one step ahead of his opponent usually. He really uses his brain during a match. Nasty strikes by Mr. Anderson, debuting right here in TNA at Genesis.
And Abyss has so many things going through his mind at this point. Oh, as he's clipped from behind the chop block.
Well, you notice the intensity in that chop block. The intensity on every kick and every punch that Mr. Anderson brings. And that's the level that you need to be not just a great wrestler, but a champion.
Think of everything that Abyss has been thinking about here. The attack on Lashley, the fact that Hulk Hogan told him to go out and prove himself. And remember, he said, put the hardcore gimmicks on the back burner.
Right, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier. And that forces Abyss maybe to get out of his comfort zone a little bit. And I think that's what Hulk Hogan tried to do with Abyss. Not to put Abyss behind the 8-ball, but let's see what he has as a straight-up wrestler. And so far, Abyss has had a pretty good show of himself, except for that part right there.
Anderson outside with Abyss. This is one way.
When Hulk Hogan's telling Abyss no hardcore style, he means no barbed wire baseball bat, no thumbtacks, no chairs, no weapons, Just go out there with your 4 limbs and just go.
Let's watch you wrestle is what Hulk Hogan wants to see from Abyss. And Anderson wrapping the arm of the monster around that steel post.
Yeah, again, that's innovative, and Anderson right there, breaking the count. Referee, so doesn't get counted out. Well, he hasn't changed. That overconfident style of Mr. Anderson hasn't changed.
Grabs a steel chair from the ringside area. Says to the crowd, watch this. Going to wind up for a shot, and Abyss able to kick the chair out of his hands.
Look at these massive right hands by Abyss in Anderson's head. It was Mr. Anderson who tried to incorporate that chair into this match, but to no avail.
And drives Abyss directly into the turnbuckle in the corner. Let's go. Just measuring him, now going to go outside. Referee got to put in the count here, but Anderson outside using the boot right on the face.
Notice how everything Mr. Anderson do is calculated. He picks his spot and he brings it hard, and that's what you need to do.
No wasted motion.
No, he doesn't rush into anything. Every offensive move Anderson does has a purpose.
It's got a meaning and it's got an effect, as we are seeing, because he's got a 350-pound monster down on his hands and knees.
And then we're seeing, Mr. Anderson control Abyss here with a hammerlock. Whoa. Oh, shoulder first into the turnbuckle.
Going to try and roll him up out of the corner. had that momentum to get him through, but boy, it's just so tough when you've got someone who's 6'8", the size of the legs of Abyss, to keep him down for 3 with that roll up out of the corner.
Yeah, but you see, Anderson's doing the right thing here. Get an arm bar, get a submission, wide base by Anderson. Got a nice lock on that arm bar, controlling the gigantic Abyss.
Big man trying to get back up to his feet, using the crowd here. Get that adrenaline rolling, and there goes Anderson to the ropes. Oh, shoulder block, but did you notice where it was directed?
Right into the shoulder, and Anderson bounced off like in a wall. And that flying arm bar by Mr. Anderson might get the win here.
Follows up with the cover, but not able to get the 3. Well, again, you just see the size of Abyss just trying to keep him down for the 3 count. It's a full-time project.
Absolutely. And again, like I said, Mr. Anderson not rushing into anything. Version of a top wrist lock. Again, controlling the monster Abyss.
It's really what he's done ever since he injured the hand and arm, the shoulder of Abyss. He's done absolutely that, just control him.
Yeah, relentless offense. You got an injury there, exploit it.
Abyss back up, going to try and back him into the corner.
Oh, nice.
Wow, digs down deep to get that.
It's like
the strength, whatever he had left.
A shoulder throw right there.
To toss him.
Yeah, it's a nice shoulder throw by the massive Abyss. And, a little overzealous, running into a boot by Mr. Anderson. Oh, speaking of boots, look at that one.
Anderson drop with the big Abyss boot. Now going to try and shoot him across, and does, into the corner. This is the time that Abyss needs to keep the offense rolling.
Here he comes,
and there it is, 350 on the way, like a freight train.
Oh, man. Mr. Anderson is...
Side slam.
Yeah, and
into the pin.
Might be done. Oh! Getting a little upset is Abyss. Thought he was going to get the victory right there.
Motions to the crowd. He's going to try and go for the choke slam here. When Anderson gets back up to his feet, just using the ring ropes to get back up.
Yeah, he can hardly stand up.
Watch out.
Got goozled.
That's step 1. Before step 2, Anderson fights him off with kicks.
Oh, my God, look at with
shock
ease.
treatment, got him up in the shock treatment backbreaker, but Anderson uses the shortcut.
Nothing wrong with that. Got to get out of that shock. Oh, wow. Man.
Hangman style neck breaker. Wow, that was effective.
Wow, I tell you, Abyss looking good here. Several near falls, nice offensive attack, high impact moves by Mr. Anderson, and Abyss is able to kick out several times.
Perched up on that middle rope, stalking Abyss. And when he turns around,
yeah, he got goozled.
And
look at this.
That time he connected with the choke slam. Drops down, got the leg hook for the pin.
Mr. Anderson got driven down almost into the frozen tundra.
Little Packer reference.
Well, he's from Green Bay, Mike.
I understand.
Now you see Abyss, well, he was slowly stalking Mr. Anderson. Again, a high impact right hand just driven into the face of Abyss.
Power of Abyss as he's able to fire him off. Anderson went for the float over, but no success.
Shock treatment here, Mike.
See if he catches him this time. Boy, Anderson fighting for his life. He's up in the back, but he still got caught in that shock treatment backbreaker.
Did you see the whiplash motion of Anderson's neck? He's done.
Leg hook, the pin. He did not have great weight positioning on the pin that time.
No, he didn't. He didn't at all.
Because if you put 350 right on top of Anderson after that shock treatment,
that's why he's going for it again, Mike.
Back to the well.
To your point, that's why Mike Abyss went for the pin cover again. That shock treatment was so, impactful. Abyss might have felt something for himself. And again, thus far, we haven't seen Abyss have to resort to any weapons, but maybe I spoke too soon.
I think that's about to change.
Oh, wait a minute.
Steel chair going to be brought into play.
Wait.
Got to wonder what Hulk Hogan might think about this.
I don't know if Abyss is thinking about that, Ron. I don't think he cares.
Going to use the chair.
Wait, what is... What is Anderson? What the hell? He's got, looks like nuts. He's got brass knucks, Anderson.
Well, the referee has got the chair away from Abyss. I think Abyss maybe had second thoughts, probably thought, oh! And he just got nailed with the brass knucks from Anderson. Right into the pin, the cover, and he got the win.
I think you're right, Mike. I think that Abyss had second thoughts on using that chair because he remembered what Hulk Hogan had said. But who would have known that Mr. Anderson on his shocking debut here, the shocking appearance, and he pulls out brass knucks and just drills Abyss.
Well, we had that close-up shot of Mr. Anderson going into his trunks to take the brass knucks out, to get the foreign object, the weapon, and to use it. At the same time, you can just see everything going through the head, the mind of Abyss, and he had those second thoughts, almost like he double clutched. Not sure if we caught it on camera or not, Taz, but I saw it from here.
Yeah, and I did too. Yeah, you're right.
The winner of the match. Mr. Anderson! Anderson!
Well, I'll tell you my professional opinion. I think that Mr. Anderson's got a bright future here in TNA.
Going to take another look at what went down in the TNA debut at Genesis of Mr. Anderson. See him squaring off here against the Monster.
Well, it definitely was a physical confrontation, a physical contest to say the least. And, you know, Abyss had to kind of not resort to using any weapons, any baseball bats wrapped in barbed wire. And then you see right there the chair, and I think that, like you said, Abyss had the epiphany, well, I can't use this thing. I mean, I got to go by what Hulk Hogan said. Who would have thunk it? Mr. Anderson pulls out brass knucks, gets the victory, and drills Abyss in the face with him.